6 months, I can guarantee you will go through 1 year. It's always double whatever you think of. If you think your cost is for 10 million, you will see that the cost is going to shoot up. So, it will cost more, yes. Basically, kalau you tengok dalam business operation, sebenarnya ICT is tool. You need to have tools so that you boleh tahu what's going on and you boleh run your operation efficiently. Efficient maksudnya kalau contohnya benda tu boleh dibuat dalam masa setengah jam, jangan buat dalam masa 2 hari. So it become efficient. Ataupun kalau seorang boleh buat, jangan pakai 2 orang. That's efficiency. Effective maksudnya bila something happen, you know what's going on and then you boleh buat decision very fast. Very effective because all the staff are connected to the same database. That's where the ICT play a part. You must run your company very efficiently and very effectively. Kalau tidak, then you tak use sluggish. You tak bergagai, buat decision, decision making lambat sebab data datang lambat, reporting datang lambat. That is the role of the ICT. Basically operational efficiency. Tapi kalau you punya fundamental tu lemah, contohnya fundamental produk tak unik, ataupun you punya sales marketing tak strong, ada ICT pun tak akan menolong sebab you punya kaki tak ada. So ICT ni hanya tangan, kaki kena ada make sure that you boleh strong. So that's why I emphasize tadi, you need value proposition, sales and marketing. Kena handle that. Lepas tu barulah ICT boleh turun. Kalau tidak, you pakai ICT, business tak turun juga, lepas tu you blame ICT. Apa itu? So you blame ICT, lepas tu apa itu? Dan you trust. Kenapa ICT tak boleh turun kan? Actually ICT you need to correct the fundamental. So cash flow sama tadi, sama ada arah payment ataupun your cash flow. Solve that problem. Your cash flow is one of the killer dalam kita punya business kalau tak ada cash flow. So that's why you need to be very efficient so that you will manage your cash flow. And then risk management so that bila you got your bayar, and then the risk management, then you can solve your cash flow. One of the most important thing to do that. And then lagi satu, kalau you all buat distribution, don't expect your distributor to do marketing for you. Okay? You need to do marketing yourself, you need to do branding. Because distributors sebenarnya begitu distributor, dia bukan do marketing for you. Kebanyakan kawan-kawan kita buat silap, dia sign banyak distributor, lepas tu kan kenapa order tak masuk? Dia tak apa-apa pun dia sign distributor dia nak buat marketing, dia tak buat branding. So distributornya function sebenarnya distributor. Bila orang datang dekat dia kata, oh ada tak Microsoft? Ada. Tapi dia tak akan menjual Microsoft. So you must understand the function of distributor. They are distributor. They are not doing sales for you. And then this is the last one. Pricing. Price must support growth. Okay, another word. Look at your pricing. Do your pricing support your company growth? Ini balik di homework. Dalam punya pricing, there must be enough money for your distributor to work for you. You tak boleh nak bagi distributor sikit-sikit. The concept of distributor ni bukan yang dia tarik punya money tau. there's enough money for him for lunch and dinner. So kalau tak cukup duit untuk dia work for you, dia takkan jadi financial. There must be enough money untuk you punya improvement of whatever your product. And then of course you must have enough money for your branding, that's in marketing, yeah? And enough money for you to expand. You oversee the enough. So homework, look at your pricing, make sure that benda ni ada dalam dunia pricing, bukan cukup dia nak bayar gaji staff. Kalau dunia pricing cukup dia nak bayar gaji staff, you punya company tidak akan grow. Kau tak cukup dia. How many percent? How many percent? There is no answer to it, depending on your business and depending on your unique value proposition and of course your competitor, right? In our case, for example, you know how many percent kita bagi in distributor? 40%. Now, estimate berapa banyak? You know, so you can see that it's a unique value proposition, your pricing. But the thing is, your pricing must have enough money for you to grow. You cannot put pricing yang cukup duit untuk bayar gaji, then tak ada cukup duit untuk mengembang. Think about it, very difficult question, I know, tapi you must do that. Kalau you dah ada unique value proposition tadi, your marketing is strong, then you actually can handle this. So this is the last question. Pricing. Kalau you salah pricing, you inside your business cannot grow. And of course, we provide for you. For example, dalam our company lain sikit dengan government company, kalau kita software company. Bila kita dah sampai break-even point, then actually bila dah lebih tu, margin is bila. Before that break-even point, harus mandi lah. Tapi you kena tahu lah you can break-even point apa, something, then you need to make sure that you get a number, right? So that you can, your pricing is based on the budget kan. So difficult question kalau apa tu, tapi you must do it. Look into this. So later on bila I launch that book, ada workbook kat belakang the same question lah. Siapa yang nak soft copy, minta dekat Ayu. Ayu akan send email my book, Startup Engineering Revolution, 44 pages. Saya nak baca lah. Kalau baca tak boleh juga lah benda ni. So apa tu? A little bit, that is our company. And our company actually partly owned by MTDC, and there's our product, and that's it. So okay, question. Supplier, distributor, seller. I think it's okay. Tapi everyone of them play different role, and sebagai distributor they have different strength kan. So you make sure that they have certain. Kalau dia nak buat everything pun dia takkan very efficient. Dia punya fokus must dominate that area. Jangan nak jadi salah satu bisnes dalam dua. So one of the fundamental kalau you tengok nak jadi bisnes yang besar, you must jadi whatever niche that you dominate. You must dominate. Okay? So whatever lah, try to dominate whatever area yang you masuk. Dan kalau itu buat banyak benda yang you tak dominate, boleh jadi besar. Okay, dominate. So, okay, any other question? Yes.
In a price-sensitive market, and having in mind our price ourselves and raw market, how do you know our prices or sell?
Okay, maybe the question is what product?
ICT, right?
ICT.
I'm in the travel industry. We're introducing ICT. We have travel industry conditions and we're very price-sensitive. Our customers
Yes.
will be other agencies, so some of our customers, they're not going to pay a higher amount to get a product that they need.
Alright. Okay, for example, dalam travel industry, customer are very price sensitive. That could indicate that the unique proposition kita kurang padan sebab people boleh switch to another one senang-senang. So the question is, we need to go back to the drawing board, go back to your punya business proposition tadi, to make sure that the value proposition is there, that people will still go with you. Tak senang-senang orang switch to another one. So depending whatever your market, whatever your product tadi, you need to identify the issue macam inilah, and go back to the drawing board nak tengok apa keunikan kita in such a way that orang boleh pay certain premium kat kita. You tak boleh nak compete based on price sebab bulan depan ada orang lagi rendah dari you, bulan depan ada orang lagi rendah dari you. In the end that you come cukup makan je dekat bulan kan. When you come to that stage, memang you are in trouble already. So still go back to the fundamental, apa keunikan kita, apa kelebihan kita yang menyebabkan kita boleh mendapat premium. Lepas tu orang tak senang-senang untuk tukar ke tempat lain. Ini difficult question tapi memang kena dibuat. That's why you all kena join this millionaire club. Kita buat dalam millionaire club kan? Kita boleh interact dan tolong each other. I'm quite sure everybody ada ramai kan? Yes.
Something about the platform.
Yes. 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 Lepas ni ada presentation untuk ada market. Okay, so dia akan datang dan present pasal service export SEF dia baru launch. Dalam market ada dua yang you all kena tengok. Satu MDG, market development brand. We have been using MDG juga untuk kita exhibition kat luar negeri. SEF lagi special untuk services-nya company. Look into dia macam mana government boleh tolong kita juga supaya nak pergi overseas. Tapi I encourage you all pergi overseas. Think about it. Walaupun dengar banyak sangat horror story, pergi juga and learn. Kalau kau buat pun apa tu, hasilnya macam lebih ke apa kan? Belajar je lah, belajar je. Tapi it would be a good experience. Okay. I will be around. Jadi kalau nak tanya, boleh tanya dia buat.
Terima kasih. Ada apa lagi soalan yang sikit? Lepas ini kita akan ada sesi dengan Encik Aslan juga mengenai konsultatif selling. Selepas Encik Aslan akan ada sesi dengan penceramah dari market, iaitu Encik Harman bin Ahmad mengenai servis export file. Sekarang saya jumpa Encik Aslan untuk menyampaikan dekat luar masih ada air, kalau masih nak boleh buat. Okey, kita tengok pada